Okay, so far it's okay. Is something that you don't know here? You should learn this already in the past. Okay, last one is ax plus by is equal to c, which is the standard form. And a, b, and c must be integers. Also, the stuff that's going to be on your SAT is parallel slope means what? How to spell parallel? P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Parallel slope means what? Same slope. And perpendicular slope is equal to what? What's perpendicular slope? Two words, represent perpendicular slope. Huh? No. Opposite reciprocal. I don't know if you've heard this word before. Yes? How many of you guys have never heard this before? Opposite reciprocal. You never heard, Arisa? Which algebra 2 teacher are you from? Huh? Shaw? Shaw. Is that Indian teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, possible because they just only talk about algebra 2. Yes. You never learned before? Okay, so if you have a slope, let's say it's 3, the opposite reciprocal is negative 1/3. So you just flip, put a negative sign. So for example, if you have a slope of 2/3, the perpendicular slope is going to be equal to negative 3/2. You flip the slope and put a negative sign in front of it. Does that make sense? You've done this before, right? This is on your SAT. If m is equal to negative 4/7, then perpendicular is going to be what? 7/4 positive. Make sure you know all this stuff. All this stuff is like a crash course. I don't want you to have to go back and study those things. I want you actually already study here. Is this okay? You have everything copied down? Make sure this is worth above 30% of your grade on your SAT. Okay? Now, let's go to the next part. The next part is, do you know how to graph y equal to 2? How many of you guys know how to graph y equal to 2? Sydney, what does y equal to 2 look like? No. Olivia? You don't know? Emily?
Be just a line, so the first point's going to be y on the second, and then it just keeps going across.
You'll be a horizontal line. Good job. So if I have a y equal to 2, that means y is always 2. Doesn't matter what. This is y equal to 2. It's not a point. It's a line. It's not only a line, it's a horizontal line. What is slope of this line? You have to know what is slope of this line. What is slope of this line? Shante, what is the slope of this line? 0. It's not no slope, it's 0. Got it? How about graph x equal to -3? How do I graph x equal to -3? Straight line. What kind of straight lines? A vertical line, or horizontal line? Good. So it's gonna be like this. Let me ask you, what is slope of this function? Let me ask somebody. Let's say Jacob. What's slope of this function? Jacob? You don't know. Okay, let me ask Mia. What is slope of this function? No pressure. We are gonna make fun of you if you don't know it. I'm just kidding. No, I won't. You don't know? Okay, that's fair. Ashley, what do you think? Slope of this function. Jocelyn, what do you think? You thought the same thing? Okay. Miranda, what do you think?
Is it -1?
Samuel, what do you think? Actually, don't make fun of him. He's actually the closest one. He's not correct, but he's the closest one. Yes, the girl from Ukraine. No. Mia.
-infinity?
No. Sydney?
Does it have anything to do with eyes?
No. Oh boy, all you guys will fail my outdrawing class. Jordan? -3? Okay. Anna? Huh? All real number? No. Oh boy. No. The Russian girl. Yes, you. Russian and Chinese. What's your name? Cause I know. Yeah. What do you think? Yes, Shante? No. Samuel was the closest one though. It's actually, you can consider the infinity slope. It's like a stair, just goes straight up. Like the slope is so extremely large, it's straight up. It's like you climb in the wall. Right? So the Samuel, don't laugh at him. He was actually the closest one. Good job, Samuel. You should be proud. You're the closest one of the whole. Listen, this is kind of crazy because this not supposed to be like this. Supposed to be pre-calc is supposed to be 60% knows the slope of this line is undefined. So slope is undefined in this particular situations. Okay, that's fine. Is this a function or not? Is this a function? Who says yes? Alex says it's a function. Sophia says it's a function. So two people. Who says not a function? Who can tell me why it's not a function? Okay, you can try. Go ahead.
Maybe like one number of like 5 is 6, meaning x6 cannot also be y6.
I think I see your point, but I want it more easier. Is this is not a function, but why? I cannot pronounce your name. The girl behind you. Yes.
You can only have one x value for every y value, and then if you do the vertical line test.
Thank you. Vertical line test. So if you draw a vertical line here, you intersect infinite amount of time. If you intersect more than one time, it's not a function. Have you learned this before? Every input can only have one output. If it has two same output, then if I have two different output have same input, then therefore you have it not a function. So it is a vertical line test. No, this is not a function. Oh my god. All right, that's good. I'm reviewing this though. Not a function. Because what? Because fail vertical line test. When anytime you intersect, you draw a straight line, intersect twice, and that line could be going from left to right, could be anywhere. If you intersect more than once, this is actually a failed vertical line test. Every input can only have one unique output. So one unique output, not two the same output. So then you'll fail vertical line test. For example, is this a function if I have those two coordinates? Is this a function? No, because I have input, I have two different output. This is not a function. All right. How to graph y equal to 2/3 x minus 2.
It's not negative two, so we could go to next three.
I'm going to talk about a few things here. There was still some people understand. How many of you guys don't remember how to draw this line? Don't remember. Everybody remember? Everybody remember? Okay, Diego, you're going to tell me how to draw this line. All right, all right. I like that. Okay, start with this one. The y-intercept is going to be 0, 2, 0, negative 2. So it's not just negative 2, it's 0, negative 2. Make sure it's 0, negative 2. Is this point here. Now the slope, now I want you to pay attention to this. Slope is 2/3, right? So that means up 2, because the top part is positive. And this is going to go what? Right 3, right? So up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3. Is that okay? Wait. I'm also going to talk about something else because it's going to help you on the piecewise. Because we're going to have to draw a piecewise function. So it can be -2 over -3. Why? Because negative over negative is what? Positive. So you can also go down 2, left 3. So down 2, left 3 is this way. Now, why is this important? Because laid down piecewise, you have to understand they can be both. The same slope can be two representations. One's going forward, one's going backwards. Am I going too fast? No. Okay, so let's do this one. Y equal to -2x minus plus 3. So I want you to graph this one. Do you know how to graph it? Now, I want you to understand the two different representation on two different directions of the slope, because sometimes I'm going to ask you to graph one side, sometimes I'm going to ask you to graph the other side. Samuel, what's y-intercept? Don't tell me 3. It's a coordinate. Y-intercept is a coordinate. 0, 3. Good. So it's going to be this point. What's my slope? Can you say that again? Down 2, right 1. So -2. So that means down 2, right 1. Okay, so let me talk about second slope. What's the second slope is going to be? Yeah, so 2 over -1. See that negative sign can flex, can go, it's flexible to go up or down. So it's up 2, left 1, right? So it's gonna down 2, right 1. It's gonna go this way. Is that okay? It could be the other way too. It's up 2, left 1. So it could be down this way. Because later down, we're gonna teach you how to graph that. No lighting, no line thunder. I gotta teach the whole algebra 1. Okay, is this okay? Okay, so how do I graph this? Okay, how do I graph this? That's called point slope form. Do not get to y. You can graph at this point without even simplifying. You can graph at this stage. This is called a point slope form. It's very useful to graph from here. It's actually one of the equation I teach my calculus student have to understand this, because later on you gotta learn something called equation tangent line. It's gonna be in this format. It's impossible for me to graph at this format. Without doing any adjustment. Can I graph from here? All right, I'm gonna teach you. Okay, the rule of thumb is if anything inside a parentheses is always opposite. So there is a point here. It's called point slope form for a reason. Point slope form. Okay, so the point is gonna be 3 and 1. See, this is a -3, that means 3. If this is a -1, that means 1. It's always opposite from the sign. You're gonna learn that later from transformation. It's always true. Whatever inside a parenthesis is always opposite from the sign. So we're gonna put a parenthesis on the left hand side, even though there's no parenthesis, but it has this parenthesis just invisible. So there's a point 3, 1. Is that okay? What is my slope? Down 1, right 2, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go to this point. See, I can graph from here, which is really nice. It's gonna be 3, 1. It's gonna be this point right here. It's not y-intercept. I can choose any point I want to start. And then you can have a slope of down 1, right 2, and based on here, down 1, right 2, and it's gonna base on here. And you also can choose the other side too. It could be 1 over -2, so it's gonna be up 1, left 2. So you can go this way as well. You follow me? Fairly easy? Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to draw a piecewise function now. This is the first time you're seeing this. Y minus 2 equal to -4 times x plus 1. Now I'm gonna do a restriction. I'm gonna say I only want to graph x is greater than 0. So what does that mean? Only x greater than 0. Okay? So can you draw this line first? Don't worry about restriction, just draw this line. Okay. Which point do I start? Raise your hand if you think you know. Sydney? -1, 2. Did everybody get it right? Okay, so that should be -1, 2. So it's gonna be this. What is the slope? -4 is not a proper way to write slope, but -4 over 1. So down 4, right 1. Is that okay? So down 4, right 1. So I'm gonna just plug in the point. I'm just plugging in a point. Down 4, right 1. Down 4, right 1. Down 4, right 1. But however, I only want to pay attention to x greater than 0. If I only want to pay attention when x greater than 0, I don't want to graph any part on the left side. Does that make sense? So I only want to graph greater or equal to 0. I only want to graph from here down. And that's it. I don't graph the other side. Now I'm going to show you how do I do it on Desmos. Right? I'm going to show you on Desmos. So it's, you guys need to learn, you guys need to write it down because you need to know how to do it. Y minus what? What is y minus what? 2 is equal to what? X what? Plus 1. Okay, so this is the part that you need to learn how to do it because you need to learn how to check your answer when you're doing the graph, but don't copy it because you copy, you're not helping you on the test. I promise you, you'll fail your test. But if you try to graph it and go back match, see if it's right. If it's wrong, it's okay, just change it. And knowing how to make an adjustment. So I am gonna say x greater than 0. So you do a brace. Do you see the line of graph? Only to the right hand side of this graph. It did not graph the whole line. You only graph this. Is this okay? Only graph x greater than 0. Can I graph x greater than 1? Yeah, I can graph x greater than 1 like this. I can even do pretty cool. I can say that's A. Now add a slider of A. I can graph anywhere. I can change the restriction, right? So I can say graph x greater than 1, something like that. So, yeah, I think that's the day. Monday we're gonna finish graphing this way. No.
I'll get the next test.
Yeah, but it's gonna be piecewise, so it's gonna be much harder than this.
What a piecewise function was like when you have like 3 equations, you have to solve for like x is, what is it called?
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We haven't get there yet.
Alright.
We only graph a straight line right now because people doesn't even know what undefined slope is, and that's bad. Very bad.